Let's talk 4-night sailings. Hey everybody, it's Brandon, the Weekend Cruiser, where I go on a weekend cruise just about every weekend. And this weekend, I am on a special long weekend sailing out of Tampa, Florida. So I joined the Brilliance of the Seas for my second favorite type of cruise. It's not the weekend cruise, it is the long weekend cruise. Now these are 4-night sailings that leave on Thursday afternoon and come back first thing on Monday morning. It is much different than what the Freedom of the Seas does for a 4-night. You have your weekend sailing, the 3-night that I'm often on, and if I was to stay on for a back-to-back, I could do a 4-night sailing there, but that is a whole different animal and probably a whole different video on how the weekend cruise and that 4-night Monday through Friday cruise are complete opposites of each other. But for purposes of this video, we're only going to talk about 4-night sailings that leave on Thursday and return on Monday. The first reason why I love going on this type of ship is because of how much vacation time it takes to get more days at sea. So with just one vacation day, I'm able to get 4 nights on the cruise ship. Now, if you're looking at taking a full 7-night sailing, you're going to know that that is 5 nights for only 7 nights on the cruise ship. So by utilizing that vacation day much more efficiently, you're going to be able to get to go on more cruises and spend longer times on the ship by only using 1 day for every 4 versus 5 days for 7 nights only. Now these are going to occur all throughout the world, so make sure that you're paying attention to random sailings that pop up here and there. They are traditionally going to be out of Florida, Galveston, Los Angeles. I even found that one random one out of Bayonne to Bermuda one time. But these sailings are going to go to Mexico for the most part. You're going to be heading either over to Cozumel or you're going to be going over to Costa Maya, as I did on this sailing. So it's going to only do one port, and then it's going to have to turn around and head back because of the distance. If you're going out of the east coast of Florida, Port Canaveral or Port Miami, you may find yourself going over to the Bahamas and then coming back. This might also include one of my personal favorite ports, which is Key West, Florida. So the cruise ships on a lot of these 4 nights do a stop in Key West, but make sure that you're getting a smaller ship so that it's going to fit into the port and meet the city regulations that Key West has in place. These itineraries are really solid, and I like the way that it's planned out. So what I mean by that is, you join the ship on Thursday. On Friday, you're going to have a sea day so that you can relax, acclimate yourself to being on vacation. Saturday, you're going to be in your port of call. So this is going to be probably over in Mexico, and you're going to be having a blast. You're going to live it up. You're going to enjoy yourself, maybe do an excursion. You're going to come back to the ship. On Sunday, you're going to have another sea day as you go back to your home port. So you're going to relax, you're going to unwind, and then by Monday morning rolling around, you're going to be ready to get off the ship feeling like you have had a true vacation. Now, you all know I am a huge fan of people watching on the cruise ships, and a 4-night sailing can actually have a similar energy or vibe that a weekend cruise has. Because it's going over to Cozumel and Costa Maya, sometimes they actually get that party crowd that is on here as well. It can be a younger crowd who's really, looking to make an efficient use of that vacation time that I mentioned. So depending on the port you go out of, this is always going to be a little bit different. I feel like Tampa does have a more senior crowd going out of it. It's also got one of the older ships that it's sailing, which I think just appeals to a different audience. But you can find a party crowd here, which always gives me plenty of people watching. I have been up in the Viking Crown Lounge or Oliver and Twist. I forget what it's called here on the Brilliance of the Seas. Actually, it's called the Starlight Lounge or Starlight Nightclub. You know what I'm talking about. It's the place up in the Viking Crown Lounge area. But I went up there, and there was a really good crowd up there last night till about midnight, 12:30, and we had a blast. Small crowd, only 1,000 people on this ship, but it was a really, really solid time. The 4-night Thursday to Monday is also going to be a little bit cheaper than a weekend cruise. So a weekend cruise will sometimes sell at a premium because they can be in high demand. But a 4-night sailing, it does come, it gives you a little bit more days, but that per night cost is probably going to be a little bit lower. Example would be if you're paying $100 per night on the weekend cruise, you could expect to pay about $90 per night on a 4-night sailing. Now this all depends on supply and demand and cruise line math, which I honestly don't always understand, But that's kind of been my observation, is that these 4-night Thursday to Monday sailings can be a little bit cheaper. And I must say that honestly, an extra day makes all the difference. So you all know that a 3-night sailing goes by very quick. Heck, sometimes I feel like a 7-night sailing goes by way too quick. But a 3-night especially goes by quick. Adding this one extra day, this extra fourth night, makes a huge difference in the ability to unwind, really relax. This is my last day on the ship, and I must say that waking up this morning and not having to run back to the office, get off the ship, and start working again has been really, really nice to have this extra day just to enjoy being on the ship, unwinding, and getting ready to head home tomorrow morning. If you're thinking about going on a 4-night sailing, make sure that you're heading on over to the video on why I love a weekend cruise. You're going to see a lot of similarities between the 4-night Thursday to Monday and a weekend sailing, but it'll give you a little bit of perspective if you're in between on if you want to do a 3-night or a 4-night sailing. All right, everybody, this is Brandon, the Weekend Cruiser, hoping to see you on a weekend cruise soon.